People, it is I, your favorite crazy lady, and welcome to my podcast. This podcast is the My Unexpected Life. How did we get here? Cautionary tale. Buckle up, buttercups, because it's going to be a bumpy ride. So, this is episode 1. This is going to be my introduction. I wanted to take the very first episode and introduce myself. So, hello. My name is Jeanette, better known as Nana on the Tiki Talkies and the other social media. So, I will answer to both. I am 55 years old. I have had more experiences happen in my life than 10 people should have altogether. This particular podcast is going to be the story of my life. The different things that happened in my life between my childhood, my upbringing, my marriages. It's going to be a mixture of the good things that happened. A lot of it is going to be about the bad things that happened and how it molded me into the person that I am, the problems that I have, and how I overcame them. I am 55 years old, and I was told at 5 years old that I would not live to 18. They told my parents while I was in the room, enjoy her while you can because you will not have her long. No child should ever hear that. I've been sick since the day I was born. I've been in and out of hospitalized. I'm going to leave that in there because that's, you get me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been through countless hospitalizations with severe illnesses, surgeries, and a lot of things that have happened. I had a very complicated childhood. The biggest thing that I want to talk about, well, one of the bigger things I want to talk about, is how I ended up with PTSD and how I ended up where I am now. I have survived 3 bouts of 3 different types of cancer. I have 3 types of precancer, and one of them is not if it turns into cancer, but when. I was sexually assaulted from a very small age by my sister, who was my original abuser. I had a life that I thought was very much just a mixed bag of good and bad things, because that happens to everybody, right? We're Gen X. We didn't look at these things as trauma. We just looked at them as things that happened to us, and we just piled through them. My first marriage was very, very violent. He ended up killing our child. He kidnapped me, and he tried to kill me. Not once, but twice. We will be talking about that. I originally wanted to do this in chronological order so that you could understand the flow of my life, like it would be in a book, because I was told for years that I needed to write a book. And now that I've become so very disabled that sometimes I can't move my hands, making a book is just not a possibility. I also had another domestic violence relationship with a man that I was engaged to that ended up with him trying to murder me as well, and I ended up in the hospital for a week. Took a long time to get over that one. We're also going to talk about self-discovery and sexuality and being groomed and what it's like to be abused by someone that you don't realize is abusing you. What it's like to get caught up in a life where you think you are happy, where you think that you're doing everything you can to make yourself happy. But these things just keep happening and you just, yeah, well, shit happens. And now at 55 years old, I am facing homelessness on a regular basis, living with adopted family, lost absolutely everything. I became paralyzed in 2017 and learned to walk again, and now I'm facing being in a wheelchair again. This is not going to be an easy thing for me to do. And I know it's going to be difficult for some people to listen. And I understand that. I do have a couple of things that I ask those. There's no bullying. There's no shaming. There's no victim blaming here. Ever. Doesn't matter if I'm talking about things that go on with me or things that have gone on with other people. The stories that I'm going to tell are mine. They are the stories of my life as I know them to be. And I know it's going to be difficult for a lot of people. I don't know how many people have been begging me to write a book, do a podcast, do whatever. And it's just, I'm at that time that it's going to be told now where it's never going to be told. Because it just may be too late. So hopefully you'll come along this journey with me. Maybe you can, resonate some of the things that are going on and went on in my life with your life. Realize that things that you just thought were crappy situations are abuse. And know that you're not alone. And know that you're never going to get judged here for any of the things that you are going through or you have done. Originally I was going to do, I don't know if I already said this or not. I've had 5 strokes. Things get jumbled up in there. Originally when I was going to do this, I was going to do it in chronological order. And then just kind of hit stories here or there. But there's something going on in my life right now that I think can be talked about. And we can just kind of take stories here and there and interject them. I think that would be easier for me, especially right now. Whew. Well, that's a lot to unload. So, this is my goal, is to tell my life story. So hopefully other people do not have to suffer in silence the way that I did. And know that you're not broken. And you're not to blame for anything that's happened to you. You're resilient. And you're okay. Things can change and things can get better. But you're still okay. Now, before anybody asks, these are lidocaine pain patches. Nothing else. I have neuropathy, so this helps with my neuropathy. So, there are times that there's going to be graphic talking, graphic things happen on this platform. If you have a hard time with that, then this is not the podcast for you. But I hope you stick around. I hope you come back and we can learn from each other. And you can enjoy the stories that I tell. And The first set of stories will be coming out soon. I'm going to try to get everything done so I have like 5 or 6 podcasts up before I really start pushing anything. So, the way I end all of my social media stuff is this. It's just my opinion. Take what you want. Leave the rest. And until we meet again, and I hope we meet again soon, have the day that you deserve. But only you can make sure that it is awesome. I also have another podcast that I'm doing called Living Disabled, A Life Worth Living. That's where we're going to get into the medical stuff. So, hopefully you will go and watch that one too. But until next time, bye.